February the 6th. Tomorrow will be the 7th. Listen, you guys, I was just sitting here, across from the Verizon store where I get the Wi-Fi. They got Wi-Fi here. But anyhow, I looked up at my mileage thing where it said my next oil change was at 2017 88. But let me show it to you guys here if you can get it up in here and see it. If you can see it, see where it says mileage 2017 88. I don't know if hopefully you guys can see that okay. But anyhow, I'm sitting here thinking 2017 88. Boy, this would be a good time for the Lord to show up, wouldn't it? For 2017. And this one guy come walking out of McAllister's there, the deli there, and he kept staring at me real hard. I mean, staring at me really hard. I wish I would have gotten his tag number, but like I said, I looked at this 2017 88. And then my dreams last night from the counting down from 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Well, this guy, he gets out into he's walking real slowly to his car. And he's staring real long and hard at me. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it's my advertising. Then he backed out and he drove real close to the front of my car and he's staring at me real hard. I'm going, wow, what's up with that? And then I looked at the back of his tag and he had 3 8s back there, 888. While I was looking at these 8s on the 2017. I almost feel like this is our year, you guys. Remember when I said when you come up out of this world, man, you start feeling things like signs. They're trying to tell you something, and all these things that are in the world, they're to keep you busy, man, to keep you busy to where you don't see. Like Joseph in Egypt, when they had dreams, man, they could interpret them so much better. The meaning behind them. I think the devil gave us all this stuff here to keep us so busy that it gets us further out of touch with God. You know what I mean? Because God created us. Therefore, I believe we can, that we can have better relationship with God if it wasn't for all the garbage that's in this world that pollutes it. Because he's going to destroy all this stuff. We know this. Seeing all these triple numbers all the time, you know what I mean? Now, somebody else sent this to me, but you know what? They're seeing the triple numbers too. But not just seeing the triple numbers, but the 5 with it, okay? Here's another one with the 5. That's the one that I seen. It pulled right up in front of me. And then me sitting here looking at my oil change thing, which it's way due. I need to really have it done. That's why I was looking at it, to see how way past I am. 2017, the year 2017 that we're in, actually. You know what I mean? These are signs that are right in front of us right now. Just like here, when you see the V on that hand where the fingers are separated, that's a V for 5. Okay? Then you see the guy getting ready to be beamed up. He's standing in the light. There's a circle of light under his feet. There's a reason for all this. There's a reasoning for all of this. Just like me seeing the 5th season inside the store. You know, these things are jumping out at me. Why? Because I'm paying more attention to what's going on than what's in the world. You know, I'm trying to look for more signs from the Father. Somebody else sent this to me too. It's May backwards. MAY 777. This is where we have to, where the Lord said, come out of her, lest you suffer the wrath that's going to be poured out onto it. Just like you guys can see that angel above my head blowing that trumpet. That was taken in 1977 when I was 17. Okay? When I was 17 years old. Now, I'm getting ready to be 57 now. This May. Okay? And the Jewish calendar is 5777. And this is what's getting ready to happen. This is where everybody, we really need to be focused on the Lord. I've noticed how people are even changing. Everything that seems different about them. Almost as if I could definitely see where we're being separated. You know how a while back everybody was talking about how some of these television shows have changed? The names, some of the actors, even things that are different, the Mandela effect or whatever, where things are changing. I almost think that that's what's going to happen with us. One minute we're here, the next minute we're gone. You know, and nobody's going to even see it happen. You know, it's like almost like as if we're just going to blend away from this, because what this is becoming. What this has become is like an abomination to God. You know, and that's why he says to come out of her, lest you suffer the wrath that's about to be poured out on it. And there's so many people here that are going to, you know how it says they're willingly ignorant? They're willingly ignorant because they love what's in this world more than He's got some great things for us after this is done. When he gets ready to clean this up, man, I'm telling you, man, we got some really, really beautiful things, good things ahead of us. I was just talking about how on the $1 bill, if you look on the back of it, there's 13 layers, 13 steps that go up to the eye of the pyramid, where that one eye is. And then if you look at the eagle that's holding the olive branches and holding the arrows, okay? Because we know how the Bible speaks about bows, bending their bows. Well, here he's holding the arrows, and there's 13 arrows. There's 13 olive branches or 13 leaves and olives on the in the other claw. Okay, there's 13 olives and 13 leaves, 13 arrows, and then there's 13 layers. There's 13 stars. That end time Revelations guy, he said, you know how they speak about the 12 tribes of Israel that will have the seal upon their head? And there's a lot to this, isn't there? I'm finding there's a whole lot to it. You know, I mean, look, even me having this angel blowing the trumpet above my head there. You know, somebody asked me to point that out to him. It's that white. It's, you know, you got to look at it like a spirit. Because that's what it is. It's a spirit. And it's blowing the trumpet. See, I've been doing that too for several years, like warning people of what's getting ready to happen. The Lord's opened my eyes to see things. I don't understand why he would show me something like that or allow me to see this. And then it was like a light switch. You turn it on, and then you're going like, whoa, you know, what the heck is going on here, man? Because it was like everywhere. In the churches, everywhere, man. Demonic spirits. And then, you know, why show me all that? You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube even doing these things. Why aren't they even talking about any of this stuff? They're not. It's almost like I feel like I'm the only one that's seen some of this stuff. You know what I mean? And I've asked, how many people do you see like that with an angel even above their head? You know what I'm saying? I think the Lord's got something big He's going to have me doing still. And I think it's coming up real soon. And I'm not saying that boastfully. I'm saying it like, why would He show me all this stuff? You know, why would He allow me to see the demons in the churches? Why would He allow me to see them in the grocery store? I caught a lady touching everything, and I literally stopped her. And she would not, it was like as if she couldn't leave until I allowed her to leave. And when I told her goodbye, she was like, yeah, like she was super glad that, yeah, I let her go, and acting like a little kid, you know, like a little kid. But yet she was in there touching everything she could touch inside the coolers. That's why I was saying it would be a good idea to pray over all your food, everything that you drink, bottled water, whatever, anything and everything. Because, man, when the Lord said this is a spiritual battle, it was like, why would He have me see this? And yet, why? You know, why? I mean, what does it do for me to see? It increased my faith to a level way above. You know what I mean? I mean, I got certainty of knowing what I know. But there's something more to it, you know, and I feel it's coming up. Just like I said, I was looking at my oil change thing, which I'm way overdue. Says 2054. Where that says 2017, so I'm like way past 17, 18, 19. Yeah, I'm like 3,000 miles past it. But the 88, the 2 8s behind it that I seen, and then that guy coming out staring at me super hard, you know. And then he drove by really, really, really slow and close to the front of my truck, and then staring at me almost like he hated me. And then as he drove past me, I noticed the 3 8s on the back of his car. I almost feel like the Lord's telling me that something's getting ready to happen. Like last night, that dream that I had, you know, where we went sliding in sideways to a train station. You know, like we drove really fast and we skid the wheels and then slid into the train station. And it was like 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Like we had to hurry it up and get in that train. Like time, it was a countdown, you know, like a time countdown. That's what that's what my dream was. You know, the interpretation of it, I think it's getting short. That's the only thing I can say. I'm not going to sit on a dream like that and wait and see if there's something more to it. I share it. I think they should be shared. You know, when I hear these people that say they had a dream or a vision 2 months ago and they're sharing it today, I'm like, you know, why are you waiting so long when you had a dream or a vision? Even Joseph, when he was in Egypt, he shared the dreams that he had with his brothers. You can read it in there, where he shared his dream with them, and then he said, and I had another dream. And he shared that with them as well. And he didn't know the interpretation of it, but he shared it. And I think that's the same thing we're supposed to do. We're supposed to, if we have a vision or a dream, we should share them instead of sitting on them for a week, 2, 3 weeks, or a month even. That doesn't make sense. But things have definitely been changing in a big way. In a very big way. This is the time, you guys, we need to Be sharp, man. I mean, be sharp. Anyhow, remember what I said about those, the 13 on the back of that $1 bill. The 13 arrows, 13 stars, the 13 stripes on the flag, on the eagle's breastplate, the 13 olives, the 13 olive leaves. A lot of 13s, you know what I mean? Then what do we have? We have the 12 tribes of Israel. And then the 13. We used to support Israel, and we used to be blessed. We're no longer blessed. God always knew from the beginning that this nation would turn its back on Israel. Okay? And then when you read in Genesis 48, 13 through 20, about the blessings of Manasseh and Ephraim, those are Joseph's two sons. He blessed the youngest son and said he would be the father of more nations than the other one would. And he came out of Egypt. And then if you look on the back of the $1 bill, the one eye, the all-seeing eye on the back of the $1 bill, I have a feeling that that has something to do with what came out of Egypt, which is here today in America. And the Lord knew that this day would always come. You know, it's a great falling away. It's already happened. We know this. We already know the great falling away happened. God bless you guys. I hope and pray that you get something out of this message. Please look in the description box, and I will have that video to Revelation End Time, the video where he speaks about the 13 stars, 13 stripes, the 13 arrows, all of that, okay? And now, as far as me going into reading about Joseph's son being blessed, that he didn't discuss that. I just kind of went there and wanted to read about that, where the younger son was blessed by his father, and Joseph was not pleased with that. He did not like that at all. But anyhow, God bless you guys. I hope and pray that you get something out of this message. Know this, look up, for our redemption does draw near, and we're getting very close to being done with all this, and we're going to be leaving pretty soon. That's the feeling that I have. These 8s that I'm seeing, like those 888s, right as I was looking at this, you know, that guy drove by really, really slow. I'm telling you, there's spirits. This is a spiritual realm, what's going on. It's what we don't see that we need to be paying attention to, because they're hollering at us. We just have to be watching it and not be busy looking at everything else. We have to be looking for the signs. What did Jesus say? He said to watch, didn't he? Because they're trying to talk to us. But if you're not watching for their signs, you're not going to see them. God bless you guys, man. Check my description box out. I'll have that video up link in there.